Hey, good morning, everybody, or if you're in the part of the world I'm flying in, good evening. This is Vats Impossible, and I'm coming to you from Bahrain. We're going to be doing a really cool flight. This is a really special flight for me because, our Gulf state allies, they've just been through a lot lately, like Bahrain and the UAE and Qatar and so many other places. So one thing that's going to be really cool today is we're actually going to be flying from Bahrain all the way to Ras Al Khaimah International Airport in the UAE. So we're going to be flying from one Gulf state ally to another, and we're going to be flying on Etihad. And it's just going to be a special flight because we're also going to get on the way there. We're actually going to get a view of the Strait of Hormuz, which everyone is talking about in the news every single day. We're actually going to get a really cool view of it on this flight, which I'm excited to see. So that'll be a really cool highlight of this flight. So looking forward to that. And in the meantime, let's just go ahead and get started up. All right. External power on. Seatbelts on. Have the logos on. No smoking signs auto. Alright. Gonna turn on the cruise supply. On the gears. And turn on the fuel pumps. So as you can imagine, this is going to be an interesting flight. Going to be flying right next to the Strait of Hormuz. Going to get views of the UAE on our right and views of Iran on our left. I just actually have to get the flight path to work. That is very strange that it won't come on. It never happens. Okay. Wonder if there's like a button I need to press to turn this on. It almost always comes on. Okay, that is weird. I'm gonna open up Phoenix. See if opening up Phoenix actually loads it. Okay, well, we might need to reload the flight really quick since the flight pad's not even coming on. So I'm gonna do something here and go ahead and disconnect from vPilot, and then we're just gonna end this flight really quick because obviously it's not coming on. And then we're just gonna restart the flight, and hopefully this time the flight pad actually comes on. That would be great. So give this another shot. See if it does it. Hoping it does. Nothing like glitches in with the Phoenix, right? Alright, there it goes. Okay. Alright, so hope is not lost. Let's just start that again. Right. Is auto cruise plan on. Okay. And turn on the adheres, and then we're gonna turn on fuel pumps. Alright, and then in the meantime, I'm gonna open up ViewPilot again. We're gonna reconnect. Yada yada. I think this will work. I hope it will work. Alright, run that APU fire test. Beautiful. Okay. So, okay. Let's do this. Alright, the smoke detection fault should clear from the heat cam in just a moment. And it did. We're going to go over to our fly pad. And we've got our flight plan here. As I said, we're going to be flying from Bahrain down to the UAE. We're going to get to see the Strait of Hormuz on the way.
Boarding requested. Refueling truck is on its way. Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Okay, so we're going to just put in some data here. We're going from OBBI, which is Bahrain, to OMRK in the UAE. Okay, flight number Etihad.
Passengers bus is coming.
Okay, and then our cost index today, I'm gonna have to look at the chart for that one. 35. And we're gonna be cruising low so we can see all the action. We go to flight level 250
Please don't
and
load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
you know, there's really not much of a departure procedure here in Bahrain. It's kind of a no-SID type situation. You just kind of fly runway heading and wait for the people above you to just kind of give you clearance. So that's what we're looking at here.
Passengers boarding starting.
And
Please use your airplane fuel system to set the desired
open up the
fuel
door
content.
while we board. And just go ahead and get fueled up. Why not? And while we're getting fueled up, we're going to do some important things. We need to take a look at what frequencies we have available to us in Bahrain. There's actually a VATSIM event taking place, so we should have quite a few frequencies actually. So that's good news. We got delivery on 121.9. I don't know if we get rock and roll on that station, but and then we've got ground on 121.850. Or oftentimes if it's 121, they'll just say 0.850. Okay. And I'm going to write out my clearance since we're overseas. This will be done
Passengers
verbally,
bus is coming.
which is always an adventure. Okay. Alright, so I need to check my ramp number.
Passengers boarding starting.
I think my ramp number is like 23. Okay. You have information. Bravo. Okay. Information Bravo. QNH. I'm gonna check the QNH today. Looks like 1006. Okay, so I'm gonna put in some more data into my chart. And I'm gonna turn up the brightness on some of these displays because I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna be flying over some amazing desert landscapes. Coastal landscapes while we're at it. See if we can get kind of close up on the boarding. Alright, our first bus of passengers is loaded. Man, look at that giant A380. Yeah, this is gonna be fun times. So we got a giant A380 nearby. Looks like our fuel's already ready.
Passenger's bus is coming.
And okay, so because of that, I'm gonna go ahead and call for clearance. We're gonna get some info. This is gonna be great. Let's do it. Okay. Bahrain delivery. Hello, this is Etihad 4811 Airbus A320 at ramp 23. We have information Bravo on board QNH 1006. Request IFR clearance to Ras Al Khaimah.
That's 4811 Bahrain delivery clearance is to Ras Al Khaimah, November 697 Sodak, climb correction after departure 12 left, flying 075, climb to altitude 4,000 feet, squawk 2226.
Cleared to Ras Al Khaimah, with, on runway 12 left, fly heading 075 on departure, initial altitude 4,000 feet, squawk 2226 for Etihad 4811.
That's 4811, correct.
Okay, so we've got some information that, from that's really important. And we're gonna go ahead and put in our squawk here. Gonna turn on our transponder. And it looks like we're gonna be flying heading 075 on departure. Okay, and alright, so now we've got some work to do here. We're gonna put in some waypoints. And that's alright. Sometimes you just gotta put in waypoints.
Grand delivery, good afternoon, correction, good evening, Airfield 1029. Request clearance to destination is filed, the Bravo information on that. Airfield station calling, I don't have a flight plan for you, check and refile. Airfield 1029 now. Yeah, but don't have a flight plan for an Airfield, what's it called, an Airfield aircraft, just check and refile. Okay.
That's the most interesting waypoint I've ever seen. I know putting in waypoints probably doesn't seem very flashy, but it's one of my favorite parts, just very relaxing.
Alpha 10 that's all, my aircraft is correct. I still not have a flight plan, sir. Just check you filled it for the correct airport. Oh, my flight plan, sorry, 1 second.
Sorry, I'm just making sure I've got this stuff right.
Alpha 10 I make flight plan, yourself? Alpha 1029, select. Alpha 1029, thank you, cleared to Dubai, November 697 to Sodak. After departure, runway 12 left, fly heading 075, climb to 4,000 feet, squawk 4430. Alpha 1029, for me please, runway and departure, squawk 4430 and initial climb 4,000 feet. Alpha 1029 after departure, runway 12 left, fly heading 075. 1 second, send message please, sorry.
Alright, sorry, I'm having to double check everything here.
Volt 1029, thank you. After departure, runway 2, correction 12 left, fly heading 075, initial climb 4,000 feet and squawk 4430. Follow 02, then we're back next.
Delivery, Assalamu alaikum, Salam 550 Heavy, Sun 260, information Charlie, West African to destination as 5.
Kilo 550 Bahrain clears to Kuwait, Alpha 453 to Debty. After departure, runway 12 left, fly heading 075, climb altitude 4,000 feet, squawk 1402, correction 1404.
At departure runway 12 left, climb 4,000 feet, squawk 1404, KLM 550.
Alright, so
KLM 550, correct.
it's just not really a, that's okay. Oh my goodness. Alright, I've never seen so many issues with the...
And the delivery confirmed KLM 550 after departure to fly direct South Hotel Romeo.
KLM 550 negative, after departure, fly heading 075.
Alright, copy after departure heading 075 KLM 550.
Alright, arrival, we're going to be 3-4 Yankee. Okay, and then all C 1 Sierra. Sorry, it's taking me a bit to put together this flight plan because it's a little bit different than the kind of flight plan I'm used to. Alright, so we're gonna go init. We're gonna send some data to the MCDU. Okay. Performance, flaps 1. Perfect. I'm going to make sure that our QNH is what it needs to be. And we just got a message. Okay. So now, because we've already gotten clearance, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start the APU. Fun stuff. That should be firing up in just a bit. I'm going to turn up these displays even just a little bit more, to be honest. Okay, APU is still going. Let's take a look outside. Alright, APU is ready. We're going to turn on APU bleed, disconnect external power, beacon lights on, strobe lights auto. I'm going to tell GSX that we're ready. make sure that delivery is still
Hello,
online.
Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Looks like it is. Bahrain delivery, Etihad 4811 is ready for push.
Etihad 4811, thanks. Hold position, ground, tact, ground 121.850.
Contact ground on 121.850. Thank you, Etihad 4811.
Departure checks completed.
Okay, so we're going to
Bypass
switch over to
pin
ground,
inserted.
which is what we just did. And if you're just now checking in with us, we're going to do a really cool flight where we're going to get to see the Strait of Hormuz, which is always in the news right now, so that'll be exciting. It's going to be fun. And we're going to fly to the UAE. We're also landing in an airport that's right by some beautiful mountains, so that'll be nice.
Lock in gear.
Etihad ground, or sorry, not Etihad ground, Bahrain ground. Etihad 4811 is ready for push and start.
Etihad 811, hello, Bahrain ground. Push and start approved. Face east on Zulu, QNH 1006.
Push and start approved on and QNH 1006 push facing east on Zulu Etihad 4811.
Ground, hello again, Salam alaikum, KLM Panda, here stands 26 with QNH 1006, but pushing start.
KLM 550. Push and start approved. Face west on Zulu, QNH 1006.
106,
Okay.
106, push and start approved, facing west on Zulu, KLM Panda, 0.
All stations, Bahrain ground will be back in 2 minutes.
Okay, here we go, guys.
Release parking brakes. Commencing push.
Here we go.
All engines clear. Start at will.
Go, guys, we got an engine starting up. This is getting real. Exciting stuff. If the wind's changed here, let me double check. Okay, engine 1 is starting up, or at least it's supposed to be. Come on, engine 1.
Bahrain ground, good evening, Airfloat 1020, 1013 Bravo, request start up and pushback facing west.
Last station calling, calls only please.
Please set parking brakes.
Aeroflot 1029.
Waiting your confirmation for a good
Airfloat
engine
1029,
start.
Good to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
West On Zulu, QNH 1006.
Request to tap and pushback facing west, QNH 1006, correct?
Yep, that's west on Zulu, QNH 1006, aircraft 102.
Zulu QNH 1006, 4100.
Turn off AP master.
Okay, 550, heavy request taxi.
Was that KLM 550 for taxi?
Are you from?
KLM 550, are you able to do Victor?
Bypass pin removed.
Are you from? KLM
Left is
550.
clear. Right is clear.
KLM 550, taxi Alpha 1, runway 12 left via Zulu, Victor and Alpha.
Alright, taxi Alpha 1, runway 1 left by Zulu, Victor Alpha, KLM 550.
And just confirm that's Alpha 112 left KLM 550.
Avon Alpha 1, 12 left KLM 550.
Thank you.
Bahrain ground, Etihad 4811 is ready for taxi.
Etihad 4811, are you able to do uniform?
Yes sir, I can do uniform, Etihad 4811.
Roger, Etihad, sorry about that, Etihad 4811. Taxi Alpha 1, runway 12 left via Zulu uniform and Alpha. And give way to the passing KLM 550 from right to left.
Alpha 1 for runway 12 left, taxi via Zulu, uniform, and Alpha. Give way to the KLM A350 ahead, Etihad 4811.
Yeah, that's right. The KLM is B7.
Oh, sorry, KLM 37, my bad. Etihad 4811.
No worries.
Eiffel 2029, one question. May I push back behind board? Make march 5 minutes, please.
Sorry, I didn't understand the airflow. 1029, repeat.
Make march for 5 minutes. I push back behind board. Airlines Etihad and KLM.
Yeah, no worries. You can wait for 5 minutes. Airflow 1029.
Thank you.
Etihad 4811, are you sure you are able to do uniform? You can do tango if you want.
Actually, it would be easier for me to do tango, so can I do tango Etihad 4811?
Yeah, no worries. Etihad 4811, taxi Alpha 1, runway 12 left via Zulu, Tango, and Alpha. And again, give way to the KLM 747.
Taxi Alpha 1 for runway 12 left via Zulu, Tango, and then Alpha, and give way to the KLM, Etihad 4811. Okay, that guy just helped me out big
Legon
time.
there from KLM 550, any chance for Alpha 5 departure correction, Alpha 2 inspection departure?
Yes, you can do Alpha 3 to taxi, Alpha 3 runway 12 left via Alpha.
I think the Alpha 3 runway 1 left KLM 550.
Dang, that KLM flight, that's a big plane.
And KLM 550 contact tower 1875.
Okay, gone, correction over Star 11855 KLM 550. Thank you, Matlam.
Eiffel 2029, I'm here, I am back.
Airflow 109, confirm ready to pushback.
Hi, back. behind what airlines? Etihad 4811.
Etihad 4811, that's good. Alpha 112 left. No, contact tower 118.5.
Contact tower on 118.305. Sorry, I didn't hear the rest of that. My fault. Etihad 4811.
No worries, but that's tower 118.500.
Contact tower on 118.500. Etihad 4811.
That's right, bye bye.
Bahrain Tower, Etihad 4811 is holding short of runway 12 left at Alpha 5.
Etihad 4811, you will not be able to depart from Alpha 5, so you have to make a U-turn. You can continue taxi right on the runway 12 left and vacate via Alpha 6.
Continue taxi right on 12 left and vacate via Alpha. Did you say Alpha 6?
Etihad 4811 ASA.
Okay, continue taxi right on 12 left via Alpha 6, Etihad 4811, sorry.
Etihad 4811, no problem. Please expedite as we have an arrival track, please.
Expedite taxi, Etihad 4811.
KLM 550, apologies, expect slight delay.
No worries, KLM 550.
KLM 550, please be prepared for immediate departure, no delay.
Alright, we'll prepare for immediate departure. I'll use the KLM 550.
KLM 550, after departure fly heading 075, surface wind 09 and 0.4 knots, runway 1 left, clear for immediate departure.
After departure, runway 1 to left, heading 075, 1 to left, safety, but no delay, KLM 550.
Etihad 4811, welcome back. Continue taxi right on Alpha, contact ground 125.
Taxi right on Alpha, contact ground on 121.850. Thank you, Etihad 4811. One of the longest taxi situations I've ever been in, but it's because there's limited space at this airport and the taxiways are a little confusing.
Charlie.
Bahrain ground, Etihad 4811 is back with you. I guess Tower told me I needed a little bit more runway length to take off. That's my fault, Etihad 4811.
Etihad 4811. Yeah, taxi Alpha 112 left via Zulu Tango Alpha.
Taxi Alpha 112 left via Zulu Tango and Alpha. Thank you so much, Etihad 4811.
No worries.
Airport 109, ready for taxi runway 12 left.
Aeroflot 1029 taxi Alpha 1 runway 12 left via Zulu Romeo 1 Alpha.
At holding point runway 1 to left via Alpha 1 Zulu Romeo Alpha.
At this point, I'm just excited to get in the air.
And Aeroflot 1029 give way to the passing Etihad 4811 A320 from right to left, taxi Alpha 112 left via Zulu Romeo 1 Alpha.
I'm right, sorry, behind water line Etihad. I taxi Zulu Romeo for 20 remainder.
We got a long way to taxi, but we're gonna get there, guys.
Etihad 4811 contact again tower 18.500.
Contact tower on 118.500. Thanks for the help, Etihad 4811. Bahrain Tower, Etihad 4811 is taxiing to holding point Alpha 1 for runway 12 left. Sorry for the previous issues, that's my fault. Etihad 4811.
Etihad 4811, Bahrain Tower, welcome back. No worries, continue taxi to holding point Alpha 1.
Continue taxi to holding point Alpha 1, Etihad 4811. So guys, we're going to take care of a couple housekeeping items here. Alright, so we might get to see a plane landing, I'm not sure. We'll see. Maybe. Who knows at this point. Man, I love the Etihad design. It's just really incredible what they do with the
Etihad
planes.
4811 behind tower.
Etihad 4811 is with you.
Etihad 4811, expect flight delay due to a pilot on the island doesn't know what to do. Just expect a flight delay.
Expect a 5-minute delay on takeoff. Thank you so much, Etihad 4811.
Etihad 4811, no worries, apologies for the delay.
Hey, no problem. Thank you, Etihad 4811. You know what, we just get to chill here a little bit because we got a guy on the ILS who's still kind of figuring out what he wants to do, and that's totally alright. So we're just going to be chilling here in Bahrain. One of the things that's amazing about the airport in Bahrain is...
Fleet 1029, confirm on my frequency.
I don't know if you can see it, but it goes right up to the ocean, like a lot of great airports do. And we've got some other flights here. It looks like... I don't know if I'm seeing this right, but it looks like we got FedEx in the distance there. And maybe either Lufthansa or Virgin, I can't tell from this distance. So, got a lot of other really cool flights in the vicinity here. So, if the clearance we got earlier is correct, we're going to be flying heading 075 on departure, so because of that, I'm going to take a look at my radial here and figure out...
Etihad 4811 behind tower.
Etihad 4811 is with you.
Etihad 4811, apologies for the delay. After departure, fly heading 075, surface with 090 at 4 knots, 1 left via Alpha 1, clear for takeoff.
Behind the departing traffic, cleared for takeoff on runway 12 left, fly heading 075 on departure, Etihad 4811.
Etihad 4811, there is no radar traffic, so you're clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Etihad 4811.
Aerofleet 1029, confirm on my frequency.
Bahrain, tower good day, Airport 109, runway 1 to left via Alpha.
Aerofleet 1029, Bahrain Tower, very good evening. Behind the departing Etihad Airbus A320, runway 1 to left via Alpha 1, line of wait, runway 1 to left behind the departing traffic.
Behind board Etihad, clearance to take off, and Airport 109.
Aerofleet 1029, negative, we are not clear for takeoff. Behind the Etihad A320, you're clear to line up and wait, and I want to you're clear to line up and wait behind the traffic.
Understood, behind airline Etihad, line up and wait, Airport 109, runway 1 to left.
Alright guys, here we go. Oh, I love flying in the Middle East, so cool. Alright, landing gear up. We go put autopilot on. We're gonna fly 075. Lever climb is flashing, we're gonna reduce throttle.
Etihad 4811, contact Bahrain approach 127.85. Salam.
Contact departure on 127.855. Thank you so much, Etihad 4811.
Etihad 4811, confirm frequency 127.85.
Sorry, 127.85 for Etihad 4811.
Etihad 4811, correct. Salam.
Salam.
Speed 210 knots.
210 knots, guided by 23.
Emirates 25 Tango Foxtrot, descend 6,000 feet. 6,000 feet, Guided by 23 direct Aldras.
Direct, where, guided by 23?
Direct Aldras at Sima Romeo Alpha Sierra.
Direct Alfa Romeo Sierra, guided by 23.
Guided by 23, turn right 300 degrees.
Directed to Alvarez, guided by 23 are heading 300.
You can direct Aldras now. Break Emirates 25 Tango Foxtrot, are you able? 190 knots. 180, did you say? Emirates 25 Tango Foxtrot, speed 190, please. 190 over to Emirates 25 Tango Foxtrot. Etihad 4811.
Etihad 4811 is with you.
Etihad 4811, Bahrain approach identified on departure. Climb, correction, maintain 4,000 feet, direct to Sodak.
Maintain 4,000 feet direct to Tosta, Etihad 4811.
Negative, direct Sodak, please.
Oh, sorry, direct Sodak at Etihad 4811.
Guided by 23, speed 190 knots. Guided by 23, speed 190 knots.
190 knots, guided by 23.
Lima November 2527, speed 190 knots, descend 3,000 feet.
Speed 190 knots, descend 3,000 feet, Lima November 27.
Okay guys, we've begun our journey to the UAE. We're flying over the Persian Gulf right now. Such an important piece of real estate at the moment.
Emirates 25 Tango Foxtrot, descend 5,000 feet.
That's Bahrain over there.
Lima November 2527, turn right 300 degrees.
Turn 300 degrees, Lima November.
It's guided by 23, turn left 210 degrees.
Turn left, 210, guided by 23.
Etihad 4811, climb flight level 170.
Climb flight level 170, Etihad 4811.
Bahrain approach, good day, airport 1029 after departure, flight heading 075 and flight level correction for that.
Aeroflot 1029, Bahrain approach identified, maintain present heading, climb 4,000 feet.
Sorry, repeat please, airport 130.
Aeroflot 1029er, feed direct Sodak, climb 7,000 feet.
Direct Sodak and 7,000 feet, airport 130.
All right, here we go, guys.
Sky Dubai 23, descent 2,000 feet, turn right, left 190 degrees, clear the left approach, 12 left report established.
Turn left heading 120 degrees, cleared Alice with 12 left, guided by 23, and also descend 2000.
Sky Dubai 2, correction, Emirates 25 tank Foxtrot, descent 3,000 feet, direct to Rigag.
Down to 2000 and direct Rigag, Emirates 25 Tango Foxtrot.
Emirates 25 Tango Foxtrot, it's 3,000.
Okay, 3000 and direct Rigag, Emirates 25 Tango Foxtrot.
Etihad 4811, contact Bahrain Radar 127525.
Contact Bahrain Radar on 127525. Thank you, Etihad 4811. Salam.
Nice.
Okay.
KLM 550, when ready, descend flight level 220 level via Kumbo.
And ready to send level 220 level Kumbo, KLM 550.
Bahrain Radar, Etihad 4811 is passing 11,000 feet, climbing flight level 170 inbound Sodak.
Had 8, correction 4811 Bahrain Radar identified, passing 1000. Continue climb flight level 250.
Continue climb flight level 250, Etihad 4811. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way up to our cruise altitude for today. That's nice. And if you see mountains in the far distance, that is Iran, actually. I will say the Persian Gulf is bigger than it looks on the map. That is a fact. I thought the Persian Gulf was almost sort of this tiny body of water, and honestly, there's nothing tiny about it. It's pretty huge.
Bahrain Radar, correction, good evening, Calafat 1029, direct to Sodak and climbing flight level 170.
Aeroflot 1029 Bahrain Radar identified, passing 10,000 feet, continue climb flight level 250.
Sorry, repeat please, Aeroflot 1029.
Aeroflot 1029, you're identified, climb flight level 250.
Climbing to flight level 250, Aeroflot 1029.
If you see a large peninsula off to the right side, that's actually Qatar. So that's cool.
Good day, inbound Luna. Station calling standby for KLM 550, contact Kuwait 125.3, goodbye.
125.3 KLM 550, Masalam.
Salama. Kuwaiti 613 Charlie Bahrain Radar identified. Cleared Quebec 1 arrival, expect runway 12 left.
Quebec 1 arrival and expecting runway 12 left, Kuwaiti 613 Charlie.
Bahrain, good evening, Kuwaiti 613, level 270, crossing 1.
Kuwaiti 613 Bahrain rider identified. Cleared Kabak 1 arrival, expect runway 12 left.
Kabak 1 arrival, 12 left, Kuwaiti 613.
Well, guys, we're just having a nice little flight over the Persian Gulf. Thankfully, nobody's fired on us, so that's good. If you see mountains out in the distance, that's Iran, and then on the right side of the plane, you'll see Qatar and the UAE, and we're headed for the UAE. So we can get some really cool views of the mountains in that area. That's Qatar over there off of our right hand side. If you kind of look way out in the distance on the right wing, that's Qatar. The airport in Doha there is exceptional. One of the greatest airports in the world. I know it's...
Bahrain Center, good evening. Arabian 5, I have a quick question for you.
Station calling, go ahead.
How long are you going to be online for?
Should be maybe another 50 minutes.
50 or 15?
50.
Okay, good. Because I was planning to get to Bahrain and was hoping there would be HC there. Thank you very much.
Detroit Delta Patrona, Mauritania, come 12 to destination.
Roger, 122 decimal 8, Arabia 15.
Bahrain radar, hello, Delta 216, at flight level 270, inbounding with low pole.
Delta 216, Bahrain radar identified, cleared Kabak 1 arrival, expect runway 12 left.
12 left and Quebec 1 arrival for Delta 216.
Bahrain radar, this is Qatari 216, inbound low pole, flight level 350, good evening.
Sorry, 216, Bahrain radar identified, flight level 350.
Maintain 350, Qatari 216.
Sorry, 216, check your mic volume via the pilot, it's very loud.
Is it better now for Qatari 216?
It's still very loud.
Okay, maybe I had too close. Let me know if now it's better.
Way better, thank you so much, Captain.
Bahrain Radar, Assalamu alaikum, very good evening, Kuwaiti 613 Bravo, climbing flight level 270.
Kuwaiti 613 Bravo, Bahrain Radar identified, passing flight level 260. Cleared Kabak 1 arrival, expect runway 12 left.
Inshallah, cleared Kabak 1 arrival, runway 12 left, Kuwaiti 613 Bravo, يعطيك العافية.
Left taken, Kuwaiti 613 Bravo, continue climb flight level 270 final.
Inshallah, continue 270, Kuwaiti 613 Bravo.
Very good evening. Manager 361 is out of 1111,000. Final 360 direct to
Malab 361 Bahrain Radar, good evening, spoke 2217. Malab 361 identified, passing 2,000 feet, continue climb flight level 360.
Falcon 695 would be 60, Malab 361.
The first 16 report max number. Gulf 216, report max number.
Gulf 216, Mach number is decimal 7 to Gulf 216.
Gulf 216, maintain Mach decimal 73.
Roger, 73 for Gulf 216.
2603 Bravo, report Mach number.
Decimal 79, Kuwaiti 613 Bravo.
2603 Bravo, maintain Mach decimal 73.
Decimal 73, Kuwaiti 613 Bravo.
Kuwaiti 613 Charlie, when ready, descend altitude 12,000 feet, level Kabak, Bahrain QNH 1006.
والله 1006 ولد descend 1000 feet.
Sorry, 216, when ready, descend flight level 290, level Decta.
When ready, descend flight level 290, level Decta for Qatari 216.
Delta 216 arrival, Mach decimal 75. Delta 216 arrival, Mach decimal 75.
Negative, Gulf 216.
Kuwaiti 615 Bahrain Radar identified flight level 270, cleared Kabak 1 arrival, expect runway 12 left.
Cleared Kabak 1 arrival, expect
Kuwaiti 613 Charlie, report Mach number.
decimal 74 Kuwaiti 613 Charlie.
Kuwaiti 613 Charlie, maintain Mach decimal 74 or greater.
يلا maintain Mach 74 or greater.
Kuwaiti 613 reduced, Mach decimal 73.
Reducing 70, Mark, Kuwaiti 613.
2613 Charlie, speed on conversion 290 knots or greater.
90 knots.
2613, reduce Mach decimal 71.
Reducing Mach 71 to 8613.
Etihad 4811, UAE is offline, monitor advisory 122.8, goodbye.
Monitor advisory on 122.8. Thank you so much for your coverage. Salam. Etihad 4811.
Salam. 2613, descend altitude 12,000 feet, level cover, QNH 1006.
Roger, descend 12,000 to be level by Tower, QNH 1006 to 8613.
Okay, guys, I'm going to go to advisory like they said. Here we go. Alright guys, so this is where the fun begins. We're going to turn off autopilot in just a moment. We're getting to our green dot speed, so we're going to go ahead and take care of that. We're going to arm speed brakes here. Excited to land at this airport. Apparently the scenery here is pretty gorgeous, so that's exciting. You hear it meowing in the background, that's my cat. Okay, so we're going to turn off autopilot right now. We're going to lose a little bit of altitude, not a lot, but a little bit, in order to make this approach.
2,500.
Alright, we're on flaps 1, just checking. At the altitude we need to be at right now. And we're going to take a left here. Ras Al Khaimah traffic, Etihad 4811 is about to establish on the ILS for runway 34, Ras Al Khaimah traffic.
Air India 818, we are at 11,000, descending to 8,000 feet by traffic. Guys, we're about to land. Exciting stuff. cleared 1 descending to 6,000 Dubai traffic.
Guys, coming in pretty well.
500.
Getting a little bit of a push from the left, but that's okay.
Glide slow. Glide slow.
100.
Glide slow.
50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. Retard. 10, 5.
Even know if there's gates at this particular airport, but I'm gonna try to find the closest thing to one. Guys, well, we made it. Welcome to the UAE. Cool scenery around here. Gonna bring flaps up. Some speed brakes, and I think I'm gonna call this a day, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this flight. If you have, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.